With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run with a former LSU Tiger. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. You look at this Baltimore defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Davis-Price will try to pick it up. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Now, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3-and-out. They did. And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Running left, Davis Price. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Ty Davis Price with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Gano the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Giants 7, Ravens nothing. To kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Now, he was looking for Rashad Bateman there, but it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice and meetings talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go. Panther 60.
Davis Price once more. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. On fourth down, Jamie Gillen on the punt for the Giants. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Wester on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses. Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Second down and 4. Trying the right side with Mitchell. Down the sideline he goes. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 29-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The Ravens at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here comes third and the length of the football.
Hey, Alpha, tonight.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. In motion, Slayton. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give left side for Davis Price. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Another touch for Davis Price. Now inside the 25. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Ty Davis Price with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And I think the ball's out. And the Ravens have got it.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Middle.
First down, here's Mitchell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jackson going to keep it. opted to run for it. The decision of Goodwin picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he'll get this down early to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Jackson going to keep it. This is caught. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Point after, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. In motion, Slayton. Throwing his dart. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
To kick off for New York.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And just not quite enough gas in the tank. Down to the 4-yard line, but still a sensational effort.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Ready. Set up.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're 1 play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
This is third and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Giants 14. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
In motion goes the tight end. Dart going to look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 63 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Dart. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there is no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
At the 35-yard line.
Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
Taken down back at the 18-yard
This defense
line.
not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. At their own 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll empty the backfield. A 5-receiver set on 2nd and 3.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hey. Warrior 70.
Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
This is real simple. When you're in 5 wide receiver formation, you don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally back there. You've got to get the ball out and with some dispatch, because a lot of the aggressive defensive teams in the league, they see 5 wide receiver sets, they're automatically bringing pressure.
Now they brought the pressure. He held on to it a little too long. Winds up getting hit as he releases it. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty